I feel good. I was a little winded, especially when Dylan left the class, but it felt good. I feel like I did good job running routes today, catching the ball. Yeah.
Thanks. You've sort of had the sideline perspective of the offense this spring. What have you noticed? What have you seen in terms of the offensive, production and execution this spring?
Just the growth of the O-line. At the beginning of the spring, like they were kind of out of place, didn't really know where to go. That's expected from a young O-line. And towards the end, they got better every day, and they're getting better, and they're kind of molding together. And guys who have just been stepping up, who didn't really contribute a lot last year. It was just a lot of people.
What do you think about Soma? I mean, Stanley was so rock solid in everything, and he's sort of thrown in as the only guy. What about his performance?
He's learning. Fullback, as Coach Pollard says, it's the hardest position at this school because we ask so much from the fullback and they have to know a lot. And I think right now Soma is just a lot of he's hearing a lot of voices in his head. So at times he thinks too much, but he's doing good. But once he gets it, he's gonna be good.
Speaking of voices in your head, the concussion test, you didn't pass it the first time, right? And then
I passed it a few times.
What changed? I mean, did you when you take it for the first time, do you kind of get a feel for like, hey, there's no way I'm passing this test?
Yeah, it was hard. It's a lot of memory. Like they would give you like a list of like 5 words, and then you go through the whole test, and then they ask you to say them 5 words again at the end. And I had no clue what they were. Then they give you maybe 7 numbers, and you got to say those numbers backwards. Then you got to say the months backwards, starting with December. And I was leaving out months.
Is that one of those things that you have trouble with even when you're not?
The test is hard even if you didn't have no concussion. That's what we try to tell them.
But does it get easier the more times you take it then? Is that, because you know what you're trying to do, right?
Yeah, it gets easier.